What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about MOGO. We're going to talk about my price prediction, what I think is going to happen, why this stock ran, look into some quick due diligence on the stock. Let's get right into it. As you guys can see, 5-minute chart on MOGO. They had some pretty solid news earlier today, justified this run over here. What I don't like about this immediately, I'm sure you guys can very quickly notice, it gave back so much of its gains as soon as market opened, right? So as soon as market opened, we just downtrended all the way down to 229, and it closed at the lowest it's been all day, right? So this is not a good thing for sure. I wouldn't look at it as a good thing, but definitely not a deal breaker in my eyes, at least. And I'm going to talk to you guys about why the due diligence is backing this stock up. I really do wish it had a better chart. I really do wish it set up in a nicer way today, but it didn't. Still, it's going to be a very solid watch in the upcoming days. Let's get into why. So let's take a look at their daily. It's been trending in this range for 2 years. Take a look at that. 2 years, right? And now this is, the first time we have finally closed above this range here, right? We closed above, and although the intraday chart doesn't look too healthy, it gave back all of its gains intraday. We're going to talk about the due diligence and why this stock has some potential to it. So as you guys can see, 20 million share float stock. And let's talk about the news that came out today and why I think this is a great time to drop this news. Let's get right into it. So MOGO announces 50 million Bitcoin treasury authorization and strategic alignment with Bitcoin across the organization. So immediately, as soon as I saw this news today, the first thing I thought of was BMNR, who recently announced very similar news. They announced an Ethereum treasury, not a Bitcoin, but Ethereum treasury. And just look at this reaction, right? This thing ran all the way from tens to $80. And we predicted that it would make a move like this. If you guys watch my YouTube video on BMNR, we did predict this move. We saw it coming, and yeah, look, just take a look at this. We can also take a look at BKKT, which is a Bitcoin ticker. It's a crypto ticker. Take a look at this, $14 all the way to $20. So there is some hype around Bitcoin, around cryptocurrency trades as of now. But let's get back into MOGO. I think it's great timing for them to drop this news. Obviously, in my opinion, I don't enjoy and I avoid swing trading stocks that are controlled by Bitcoin, that are controlled by cryptocurrency. But this PR is very, very powerful for the stock. It's a good timing. You see what happened to BMNR, right? Like, take a look at this. They dropped very, very similar news to this stock. They just had a way higher short float. So a miniature short squeeze was able to happen here. It saw an amazing move. I don't think MOGO is set up as nice when we look at the fundamentals of the company. But if you do take a look at BMNR and you can kind of compare, hey, that type of move happened. It was a multi-day runner. If we see volume pick up on this stock tomorrow, we see 260, 270 break, this is going to be a very, very strong watch. I'm a fan of the news. Fundamentals of the stock, not too bad either. 10% institutional ownership. Their dilution isn't bad at all. They're cash flow positive as of now. They haven't diluted since 2021. So I don't think there's high chances of dilution. And one thing we can take a look at here is their cash to debt ratio. Not good at all, right? Not good at all. So that ups the chances of dilution. But you take a look at their insider and institutional ownership, 30% of the company is owned by insiders and institutions. That's a really good sign in my opinion. We also can take a look at some recent PR that they just dropped. Portfolio company WonderFi announces definitive agreement to be acquired by Robinhood Markets. And when I was reading this, the transaction is expected to close in the second half of 2025. So there is a catalyst coming up. It's not a strong catalyst. But at the end of the day, take a look at the news, compare it to the trends of the market. That's what really matters, right? I just made a video talking about SONN, and I believe that this stock mainly ran just because of how oversold it is. And we've been seeing these oversold penny stocks just run out of nowhere with mid-news, no catalyst, no cash, high chance of offering. But just because they're oversold their low floats, they have been making very big news. They have been making very big moves, right? And you take a look at MOGO compared to BMNR, who just dropped very similar news, but with Ethereum. The news is there. The trend is possibly there. BKKT, a very, very well-known Bitcoin stock, also had 20% plus move today. So I'll be keeping this on watch tomorrow. I don't think it's done. I do think it should pull back under $2. Just grab some liquidity, but even if it doesn't, I think it grabbed enough liquidity already to see a solid move all the way back up to $3.50, $4 plus if we see the right action in pre-market tomorrow. So don't count this out. If I see volume pour in on this, I'm going to take it seriously. I'm going to be watching it past 2.5. Again, I don't think they drop an offering. It's been a while since they have. They're cash flow positive. I think the best thing for them right now is to just hold this trend and to stay above $3 if it's possible, right? I do think they'll be smart with their PR as well. They seem like a very PR operative company. So yeah, let's keep this on watch. Again, there's many tickers that I sit and I do my due diligence on, and I see them the next day just pop in pre-market, and I say due diligence doesn't back this up. There's no news to back this up. Nothing is good here, and it just starts dumping, right? But if this stock gains volume and it starts going in pre-market and it starts to gain momentum, I'm going to actually take a look at it. I'm going to take it seriously. It aligns with the current themes of the market. Yeah, so keep this on watch in pre-market tomorrow. I for sure will be. 2.5 break. We'll see what happens. I can't really give you guys levels. You guys notice in my videos when I do my technical analysis on the chart, I don't have any indicators up. Really, the only indicator I even take a look at when I'm intraday trading is VWAP. I don't have any indicators up. I don't give you guys levels. Oh, watch the break of this. If this breaks and retests and, this is the support, it's going to bounce off. That doesn't exist, right? It really doesn't. At the end of the day, if someone could tell you what support a stock's going to bounce off of and what resistance it's going to reject, everyone would be able to get rich. That's not how it works. Go based off the volume analysis of the market, how the market is doing on the day, right? Like tomorrow, if we see a stock just start running out of nowhere, another stock, they both control the volume of the market, the chances of MOGO running when we have two other penny stocks just dominating the market, unless they have an aligned theme, is very low, right? So I base most of my trades, and you guys can watch like a video where I explain my strategy and how I find accumulation in day trades. I base most of my trades on volume analysis of the current market, volume rotation, and that's what I'll be looking forward to doing tomorrow. That's what I look forward to doing every single day. But yeah, that's my price prediction on MOGO. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments below. This video really wasn't as interesting as the other videos I have made on tickers, but hey, we make do with what we have, and I believe this is a decent candidate for tomorrow. We'll see you guys in the next video.